Hi everyone, welcome to Feline Jungle. Today I'm going to invite you in my home and show you all of my plants. Let the houseplant tour begin! Starting off here, we have my MONSTERA DELICIOSA. You can't even tell it's a MONSTERA looking at this because it has no fenestrations and it just looks so sad. Look, my cat took a bite out of it and it was like this for a long time. And I decided I needed to go into a new location, the brightest location in my apartment, and it gave me this new leaf. Look at this. This just came out last week. And it has all these fenestrations. I'm so happy with it. I'm going to keep it in this spot because he's very happy in it too. Moving on, next, we have my basil. So I've been growing herbs in my apartment. This one I got from Farm 1, which is the only indoor hydroponic urban farm in New York City. What I do is I literally just pick off the leaves and I put it in like a pasta or like a pizza, and it just elevates the meal. When it comes from Farm 1, it comes like this. This is like a hydroponic sponge medium. All I have to do is put water in it and keep it happy, and it gives me these new leaves. What you can do is also put it in soil, but I feel like it's more clean this way, so I like it like this. This is my MARANTA. It was getting very lengthy, so I just stuck it in water. It's been a week, so let's see if there's any new growth. Okay, yeah, there's new growth on these nodes. I made sure I put 3 nodes in there so that it has a better chance of rooting. And here we have 3 baby roots, and here we have like another one coming out. So this is doing good. Here is my Peperomia frost. When I was repotting it last week, I saw that I had a little baby, so I decided that I'll just propagate it in water and see what happens. And here there's a tiny baby leaf coming out, so this is doing good too. So let's put this back in water. Moving on here, this is my sad pile of dirt. No, this is actually my ginger plant. So we decided that we'll plant one of our gingers that we got from like the grocery market and see what happens. And it's giving me sign of life. It's been like 3 weeks since any like movement going on, so very excited about this guy. We'll see how this looks. I never planted a ginger before, so it'll be interesting. Moving on, we have my HOYA compacta. It's very unique because the leaves grow out in this kind of curled up shape. At first I wasn't very fond of this plant because I feel like bugs would just hide in like these corners, and I could never tell if there's like a mealybug or a spider mite. But after a while, it just looked interesting. I don't know if that happens to you, where like after a while a plant just captures your heart and you need to have it in your collection, even though in the beginning you're just like, ugh, it doesn't look that nice. So this is one of them. It's very small plant, so, and it's very slow growing too, so I'll keep you updated about that. Here we have my Prince of Orange Philodendron. The cool thing about this plant is that the leaves come out orange and they slowly transition into this green shape. So this plant is always a joy to look at. It's always changing. Here there's already a new leaf coming out. Very easy to grow and a joy to have this plant. Moving on, next, this is my Peperomia Hope. So if you can't tell, all my leaves, all the plants that I get have like very unique and different leaf shape. I just like that about plants, that they're also different. So I like how this one is round. It kind of reminds me of a 4-leaf clover when it comes out, like here. It comes out in 4s and sometimes it comes out in 3s. And I just like how cute it looks. It's a cute little succulent feel. Yeah, it's cute. Moving on here, my pride and joy, the whale fin snake plant. So I have a lot of drama with Wilfin snake plants. It was my first online experience and I got plant scammed. Who scams plant people? But basically, I ordered the plant, they took my money, and they never gave me my Wilfin. And I was so mad. And I was later on doing more research on Facebook, and a lot of people actually had the same experience. So I went to another place and I got this Wilfin, and when it came in, it had root rot. Like, what is my luck? My first plant mail experience, I got scammed and then root rot. So I was determined to save my baby Wilfin. So what I did was that I cut it and I put it in water, because that's how you usually propagate other snake plants. And it actually worked, and it started rooting in like a month. So right now I put it in soil, and check this out. It's already giving me a baby whale snake plant. Sorry, baby Wilfin. Baby Wilfin. So I'm so excited. I like how it's just like one massive piece too. It really looks like a Wilfin. So this is from Bros with Hose, and I had a very good experience. It came very full. It already had a lot of leaves, and now it's just thriving in my apartment. It kind of looks like Medusa with all these different growth points. They're just like always growing. This is like my little Medusa head. And the cool thing is that when it comes out, it's like this light shade of red. And when it matures, it has this velvet feel to it, and it turns into a dark green. So this is one of my favorites in my house too. Moving on next. We have the HOYA OBOVATA. So I actually had a bad experience with this too, but I keep going back to plant mail online. My first one did not get delivered, but I decided that I needed to get it, so I ordered again from a different place, and it came in this very full pot. The cool thing about this one is that it has these round shaped leaves, and it has these like splash pattern on it. So I'm very excited about that. And it's doing happy in this location. There's already a new growth point. Kind of reminds me of like silver dollars. Look at this. How cool is it? And the leaves are massive. Oops. Oh my god. My fake Hoya carry dropped. So the leaves are massive. It's like the size of my palm. I'm very excited to see this one grow too. Moving on here. This is my Peperomia Frost. So before you saw the tiny one that I was propagating, it was off of this mama plant. What I love about this one is that the leaves are silvery and shimmery. Very different from my other plants. And when it grows, it has these flower efflorescence thingies. I don't know how to say it, but these are basically its flowers. It doesn't really have flowers. And the cool thing about this is that it's very easy to propagate. It grows kind of in this like bushy form, and it has these cool colors. So I really like this plant. Moving on here. This was my first Hoya that got me addicted to all Hoyas. This is the Hoya Crimson Queen. It has this cool variegation where it's green in the inside and then it's white on the outside, and each leaf comes out very different. You see here, it's kind of like yellowy and creamy for some reason. This one's like a little bit more white, so it's a joy to watch it grow too, because all the leaves just come out very different. And it's giving me baby Hoya leaves. Hoyas are generally very slow growing, so I've had this for a while and it's just starting to give me new leaves, but I like how succulent and easy to care they are. They're also known as the wax plant, if you guys don't know. And when I first got it, I don't know if you can see, it's a lighter shade of green, but the corner that I put it in next to my window, it's getting more light, and this side it's actually darker. So this side that's hidden in the shelf is like light green, and then it slowly transitions into this dark green, and you can see all the the stems are kind of reaching for this side of the window, which has more light. The last plant I have on my shelf is my Pilea. I've had 2 Pileas. Everyone says that it's very easy to propagate and grow babies. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but this guy is not giving me new babies at all, but it's thriving in this new spot. It's giving me like new growth here. And what I like about this is that it's just so funky looking. It kind of looks like pancakes. Yeah, it's just a very funky looking plant. I like it a lot. But yeah, if you know how to like what I'm doing wrong or why it's not giving me new babies, leave me in the comments on what I should be doing. Oh, and it reaches for the light too. So you see the side, it has like no light from the shelf. So all the leaves reach out to this side. And I kind of like that. Some people rotate it, right, to make sure that it has like even spacing on the leaves. But I kind of like how it just leans toward the light on this side. Very cute. Okay, so that's all I have on this plant shelf. So let's move on to another plant corner. Here's my other plant corner. I'm using this IKEA stand that I got. It's very affordable and it does the job. I could put multiple plants on it. The first plant we're going to talk about is this Chinese evergreen Aglaonema. I think that's how you say it. The first time I saw this plant was in Leon the Professional with Natalie Portman. And this plant plays such an important role. I recommend every plant lover to watch this movie. I just loved it so much. It plays a theme, a very good theme, and basically the hitman, he has no friends and his only friend is a plant, and that's how I feel sometimes. Just kidding. But yeah, it's a very good movie. You should watch it. This guy also went through like root rot too. And it had three different plants in it at first, but right now it only has 2. And I put more perlite in the soil to make sure it doesn't rot anymore. And it's giving me new leaves. So it's doing better now. Following here, down below, we have my rattlesnake caletheia. This is one of the more easier caletheas, I would say. It's been very forgiving for me. I just water it once a week. And it's not giving me any brown tips. Oh my god. So caletheas are known for like very hard to take care of and like the brown tips. But so far this guy is doing so well. And the cool thing about it is that during the day, the leaves fold out to receive all the sunlight. And then during the nighttime, it folds up like this. So it's also very interesting to watch from day to night. If you like seeing like a lot of change in your plant, I would say get this caletheia. Right here we have my Alocasia elephant ear that I got from the farmer's market in Union Square. This guy is getting very big. And that's actually what I wanted. I've seen like pictures where these leaves are like 2 feet long, and that's kind of where I'm trying to go with this plant. Very easy to take care of, but it gave me spider mites during the winter. I think it was also my fault because I just put it in the corner and I didn't care for it during the winter. And then when I looked, it was full of spider mites. But after that, I cleaned it off and it's doing better now. I have it in a better spot where there's more circulation, air circulation. So let's see, it's already giving me new leaves. So this guy is doing better now. Yeah, I would say you just have to figure out what's good for your plants. Sometimes you kind of fail, but you learn from your mistakes and you put it in a better spot. This is my STROMANTHE tricolor. It has 3 different colors. It has this pinkish red in the back, and then in the front it has different shades of green and creamy white. So as you can see here, At first this plant was not doing well. I got it in the winter and it was just not the right condition for this plant. The weather was too dry and I got this plant kind of like already crisp. This is the crisp I'm talking about with most caletheas. It just really needs humidity, and in the winter the air was just too dry, but now in the spring it's doing so much better. At first I only had like 4 different leaves, and then over the span of 1 month it's already giving me new growth, and I don't even have to do anything to keep it from turning crisp. The weather is just more right for this condition. See, there's like new growth here, I have new growth here. I need to repot this guy. He only had 4 leaves before, but now I have to repot him. This is my OG plant. I've had this plant before I had anything else in my apartment. I saw it down the street and I knew it needed to be part of my new apartment. My fiddle leaf fig has been through a lot. As you can see, at first I didn't know how to take care of it. It wasn't in like the right light condition, but now it's doing a lot better. I have fertilizer. It's still not giving me new leaves, but I'm excited to see what it will do in the summer. It's just perfect. It's what made me fall in love with houseplants to begin with. Moving on, here actually you can see the art that I create. This is a fiddle leaf fig tree with some cats. And moving on here, we have other cats and plants. That's a cat with an anthurium, and that's a plant with a plantiserium. So these are actually referenced from cat and plant Instagram accounts. I can link them below and you can check them out. But basically I did this for my gallery. I wanted to create a more dimensional feel. So when you look closer, you can see that this is all hand cut paper, and I mixed it together to give like a different perspective, to give more dimension to each piece. This is my next plant corner. This is on a wooden stool that I designed when I was in school. It's not very good for sitting, but it's a very good plant stand. This is, I have it here in my northeast facing corner because I don't really have a lot of light, so I really have to put it next to the window to make sure it gets bright light, especially in the morning. So this is my philodendron Hope. And this guy is just thriving. Look at the size of this leaf. Oh my god. So when I first got it, it was like a baby plant. The leaves were like this size. It was tiny. And then now in the spring and summer, the leaves that are coming out are just massive. And I don't even know where to put it if it keeps on growing. But I love it. I love that it's getting big and lush. This is my HOYA CARNOSA green jade. This is just the basic CARNOSA where it doesn't have the variegations like the Crimson Queen. It's a very nice HOYA to have, very fast growing too. The cool thing about it is that you can work it into different things with the stems. As when it grows longer, so you can put it in a trellis, make it go into a circle. Right now I just have it in a pot, but I definitely want to train it later on. Moving on here, this is my snake plant. I put it down here because snake plants can tolerate low light. So I kind of like prioritize my space for other plants. This guy is doing very well. It actually gave me 3 babies that I had to take out. If you look closer here, I have rocks in it because when my cat thing was a baby, he would kind of dig up all the soil and just play with it, and I realized that when I put rocks in it, he stopped doing that. So that's why I have rocks in there. Especially if it's on the floor, he would just play with it, but right now he doesn't do that anymore.
That was the end of my houseplant tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have cats and plants and you love taking photos of them, please check out my monthly feline jungle photo contest. There will be more information in the description below. That's all. See you next time. Bye!